Hi, I'm Ian Wright and you're watching Football Stats Online.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, welcome back to Football Stats Online. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're stepping away from verses for just this week to talk about the latest racist incident in football. So I'm sure most of you are aware of the tweet that Bernado Silva put out with the comparison of that cartoon picture with Benjamin Mendy. And we're going to discuss today, is it racist? Are people overreacting? Have the journalists taken it too far? So we're going to see what our opinions are and what we think about this. So, the tweet. Did you feel like the tweet was racist?
Honestly, I did. You know, sometimes things are taken out of context, but in this case, I just thought it was damn right racist. It's Benjamin Mendy against a character which looks like a gollywog. I'm not saying it is, but for those of you who don't know what the history of a gollywog is, do go and research it because it does have some racist undertones to it as a character. But in general, that's why, to be honest, that's my main case of why I think it was racist, just because of the way he put Benjamin Mendy side by side with what does look like a gollywog character.
Okay. For me, I didn't initially think it was, I thought people were overreacting. I thought people were overreacting a lot because if you think about the context of, you know, where we've been over the last, like, I would say like a year in football, there's been a lot more serious incidents. But I feel like this has probably gotten, you know, almost as much light, if maybe not more light than most of those other incidents. However, on reflection, actually this came from watching Victor Nicheby and the Sky pundit, I think Hinchcliffe, talk about it after the Man City match on Saturday, and they were talking about how essentially by Bernado Silva putting out there that character out there and with his platform, that might enable other people to feel like, you know, I can do this too.
Exactly.
About, you know, maybe their friends, or maybe they might do it in a more inappropriate way.
Exactly.
So when I started thinking about that, and then I also started thinking about, well, what if it was me? What if someone did that to me? And honestly, even if he did that to me, I wouldn't take that as a joke, personally. I mean, I wouldn't be like, you know, you're cancelled or anything like that. I would just say don't do that, you know. So I would find that offensive. Now, even between that's my point. So even between friends, I would find that offensive. So I think, as well as all of that, I think Man City and Pep Guardiola, they've all handled it badly as well with the way they could have really just, you know, quelled all of this. But I feel like by defending themselves too much and saying, oh, we don't have anything to apologize for, you know, you don't call Bernardo Silva racist, you don't know him, that kind of thing. The more and more you defend yourself in this situation, the more and more it looks worse to me.
I mean, I think you're right, because whether you're saying or whether people say that, you know, social media, people need to be less sensitive, it's all a joke. At the end of the day, if they are as friendly as they say they are, obviously Benjamin Mendy came out and said it's okay, where to be honest it's not okay, but even if they are great friends, why couldn't he just WhatsApp the picture to him, you know? Because what Bernardo fails to realize is that he is a major influencer, and it was naive for him to think, oh, I could put this tweet out, and then after think that there's not going to be any repercussions or a backlash. You know, the same thing with Griezmann. You know, again, you can't just be doing these things. I get it, maybe it is a joke. Maybe he doesn't have any racial animosity in terms of hurting Benjamin Mendy or black people in general. But at the end of the day, you need to understand, like Mark just said, whether you didn't think it was racist, other people might think, oh, this is funny, let's take it a step further. And then it just puts more fuel, more wood into that fire. And then people, but Bernardo Silva did it, I just maybe took it a step extra further. And it just goes on. And like, especially right now with the Sterling, Rashford, Callum Hudson stuff just quelling This is just putting more sparks and adding more fuel to that fire. So I think it was very naive for him to do that. So yeah, I mean, while people might say we shouldn't be sensitive, I just think, yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you did mention, I would say the Griezmann thing is different. So I wouldn't really put that in this category because, you know, he was dressing up as a black person. He wasn't insulting jokingly at somebody.
Yeah,
so
I know, but
I think that's completely different. But
again, it's just more so putting it out there. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, look, I see what you mean. It's all I would say, like, on both parts of those, Griezmann and Bernardo Silva, it's naive.
Yeah, it's very naive.
That's what it is. I think it's just naive. Bernardo Silva, I'm sure. I mean, look, there's no question he's a racist. No one's really questioning that.
You mean he's not a racist?
Yeah, he's not racist, of course. But it's just for more questioning the naivety, you know. And you could even say a little bit the ignorance, because even if that is a joke, I don't think you should go there. You know, there's other things you can go to. For example, this is the way I see it, right? There are some black people who let their friends of other races say the N-word to them and that kind of thing. For me, that I wouldn't, right? Maybe Bernardo Mendy, he would, maybe, I don't know. But for me, what Bernardo Silva did, like to post that picture in a public place, you know, to kind of like, you know, jokingly, you know, embarrass him. For me, that's not that far down from like calling someone the N-word to me. Like, in terms of the racial...
you reckon?
I don't think that's that far away. That's why I feel like it's, you know... At first I thought, yeah, it's the people are just making a big deal out of it. This is nothing. But at the same time, I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like being a victim or anything like that, but I feel like you can do other things, and if it is a joke, you have to keep that private. I mean, in this day and age, I mean, to put it on Twitter as well, I mean, has he not been on Twitter before? That is not the place to put anything, even remotely controversial, and I just expect people to just scroll past. I mean, but you know.
If I was playing devil's advocate, so let's just put it from, because again, I totally disagree with what he did. But if someone just came saying, like you said, they're friends, you know, he didn't have any animosity towards him, he didn't mean it, you know, he had, I think there was someone said there's no racist bone in his body, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's not the question, though.
That isn't the question, go on. So what is the question then?
The question is more the naivety of it. I mean, put it this way, right? This is actually quite funny because I actually have like a Portuguese friend, and they were like singing a song and they said the N-word, but it's more through ignorance. And I was like, no, you don't say that, you know, you don't say that. So for me, if I was Bernardo Silva, I would just take it as a lesson just not to do it. Because whilst we want to think that it can just be a joke between friends, when it's in the public sphere, people won't take it as a joke between friends. So whether it's right or wrong, maybe people are too sensitive, maybe not, you know, whatever it is, that's just the way it is. That's life. Like that's what it is. Alright guys, so those are our thoughts. Let us know what you think. Are we overreacting? Is Bernardo Silva in the right? Is Pep in the right? Let us know what you think down below. And if you like the video, like it. If you don't, dislike it. It's all cool. Cheers.
Cheers, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.